I prepared some if conditions for you to see how computer executes them. So let's get started. I got here two variables. One is called bigger number and it is initialized to 10. Other one is smaller number and it is initialized to 1. So let's see how the first if condition looks like. The code inside this condition will be executed if bigger number is not equal to smaller number. Since it is not, computer will do all the instructions inside of these braces. In this case, computer prints 10 is not equal to 1. And then it continues with next line. So let's also move on to second if condition. If bigger number is equal to smaller number, computer prints 10 is equal to 1, but 10 is not equal to 1, so computer skips whatever is in these braces and runs into this else. And since the condition above wasn't met, it prints else path took place. Let's look at third example. Since bigger number is bigger than smaller number, this condition will be true. But the second condition is also true because 10 is not equal to 1. So what computer does? He doesn't even get to the second condition because the first one is true. So he does instructions inside these braces. So he prints 10 is bigger than 1 and then skip all the else if conditions and else condition under. The fourth condition looks similar, but this time it is split into two. So first one is this one and the second one is this one. It is the same as previous case, only this time there is whole new if, not else if. So computer executes the first condition, it is true, so he prints 10 is bigger than 1, and then he moves on to next line. It won't skip anything because there is no else if nor else condition. So he checks whether bigger number is not equal to smaller number, and since it is, it prints 10 is not equal to 1, and it skips the else statement. So computer gets to fifth condition and starts to check bigger number is smaller or equal to smaller number. That is not true, so the code in these braces will not be executed. Then computer moves on and checks whether is bigger number equal to smaller number. It is not, so once again it will not execute code inside these braces. And it moves on to third condition. Bigger number is not equal to smaller number. That is true, so computer prints 10 is not equal to 1 and it skips the else if condition under, so even though 10 is bigger than 1, computer will not print that. Let's move to sixth condition. 10 is not smaller than 1, so this will not be executed. 10 is not equal to 1, so this also will not be executed. But since 10 is not equal 1 is true, this line will be executed. Let's look at more complex conditions. If 10 is bigger than 1 and 10 is smaller than 1 is true, these two lines will be executed. So 10 is bigger than 1, that's right, but 10 is not smaller than 1. And since true and false will result into false, the code in these braces will not be executed. But the second condition will take place since the first part is true and the second part is also, because there is this negation. So if I read this condition as a human, it would sound like 10 is bigger than 1 and 10 is not smaller than 1. And obviously that is true, so computer executes these two lines and it skips over this else statement. And the last group of if statements is similar. So I will read this first one as a human. 10 is not bigger than 1, or 10 is smaller than 1. As you probably figure out, we get false or false, so this whole condition will result into false. Okay, computer continues with this else if statement. So 10 is bigger than 1 or 10 is smaller than 1. And we get true or false, so this whole condition will result into true. So computer executes instructions inside of these braces and once again skips over this else statement. And that's it. If you don't understand something, just ask, and I will see you next time.